So I have a note in here in my list of videos that I need to make that says, make some videos that'll make you look like an idiot in 10 years. And I have this one thing that I've been pretty emphatic about for a couple of years, and I have no real reason for being so purposeful about this one particular quirk. But I live in Colorado, and I have this personal decision that I've made that I will never hike a 14er. I've just never been interested in it, and I don't want to do it. And I know that lots of people are like, yes, hiking, that seems like the best thing ever. But to be honest, there are a lot of really nice hikes that are not that difficult, and certainly hikes that are worth doing that don't threaten your life. And there are too many of those for me to ever run out of really nice hikes that won't threaten my life for me to go on some hikes that will. I think, I have one shot at this thing, and I'd rather not have being on top of a tall rock be the reason I go out. And I know that is probably a little disrespectful to some other people's attitudes about climbing to the tops of mountains, both literally and metaphorically, but I don't really care. So I figured I'd make a video where I just talk about the fact that I think that and let you know and reflect on it a little bit. I think so I originally thought this. I was like, I'm just not interested in hiking 14ers. Like, if there's a train or a road, sure, I'll go to the top. I don't need to hike up there. And this was cemented in my mind, even though I already thought it, by Ansley going and hiking Pikes Peak in like October of 2015, which is not a great time of year to hike Pikes Peak. And she almost died. Which, I mean, you don't, when you hike most 14ers, you don't almost die. But like, we had to call 911, paramedics had to come and rescue her from the mountain. No fault of her own, the plan just like didn't work out. And I don't know, I guess that just reinforced a thing that was already pretty concrete in my mind. I was like, I'm not interested in that. And now I'm like, I'm definitely not ever going to do it. It's just not. Even if you go prepared and you know what you're doing, things can change too fast, and it's not a thing that like, what frustrates me about it is that best case scenario, you've climbed to the top of a tall rock. Like, that's the best case scenario. And worst case scenario, you die. And that's not a reward and risk ratio that I'm okay with. You learn a lot about reward and risk ratios when you learn about professional gambling and about Forex trading and about the stock market. And the way that professional gamblers or that casinos make money, the way that people make money in the stock market, and the way that anyone who knows what they're doing succeeds at life is by maximizing your potential gains as much as possible, minimizing your potential losses. And what that means in trading is that you set a cutoff point where if your stock goes bad, it's only going to go bad a certain amount of percent. For me, that was 1% per trade when I was daily trading every day. I was Forex trading every day. But the upside can be, you can estimate it to be between 5 and 20% upside. And there are some traders who are so like into their own rules that they'll set a maximum upside too. And even if they're going to make more money, they'll cut it off at 20% profit because they know that those are the bounds they've set and they stick to them. And people who set bounds like that and stick to them do really, really well in professional gambling and in stock trading. And people who set bounds like infinite losses and very little gains, you don't do well over the long term. And so that is why I will never hike a 14er. That's a metaphor I didn't expect to dig up for this story, but I'm glad I did. I think it makes good sense. That is a short rant on a view on hiking that not many people share, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.